Hello, folks. We are now down to the last game of the day with this week's Updraft. This is between Luminasity eSports and Overthinker. And that last game, Dash, it was not close. What are you expecting in this one in Ascent?
Yeah, considering that also, even if it was Luminosity's map since the during map 1, right? It was 13 and 11. That was so close. That's why Overthinker has the momentum right now after getting that win on Fracture. Might be quite hard for Luminosity to change things around because right now defenders are going to be on the side of Overthinker. So they have the advantage going onto this map 3. I hope that Luminosity would know how to answer this, but now I think might be quite hard.
Absolutely. Both teams are definitely giving each other a hard time, but the last game definitely was a statement for Overthinker that
Yeah.
they are prepared for tonight. And being that they picked Fracture, of course, it was they were heavily favored to win that game. This time, though, nobody picked this map. If I am not mistaken, this is the default map for the third one. It is Ascent, and like I said, it's OVT Overthinkers on the defensive side, and because of that, Overthinker, you might think that they have the advantage, yes, but when it comes to Ascent, there's a lot that could be done. People can get creative with the amount of compositions that you can bring out, and Ascent is definitely one of those maps where you can capitalize on those compositions on either side, either attacking or defending.
Yeah, you can play around a lot of the compositions here, which is why I really like Ascent, to be honest, because there's a lot of ways to go with this. And there's not a very, like how it is on Fracture right now, there's a very linear composition that you might have. The agents that they used during that last game, that was it. That was supposed to
Mhm.
be what they're using on Fracture every time. But here in Ascent, you can play around a bit. You can even put Neon out. You can even put the Rain out on this map and you could go wonders with it. So that's why I really like this map.
Yeah, the main difference I would say between the last game and this one, in terms of map anyway, is that Ascent is a map where it's an absolute must-have to have a Sova, right?
Oh,
Apart from the information that you can get with the amount of lineups that you can get in Ascent, this is the map where you can absolutely capitalize on a Sova by just buying a machine gun, and
oh
that's
right.
I would say is the biggest X factor for me personally in this map because that's one thing that was absent in Fracture. Definitely gonna change the tides in this one because whoever has got a very proficient Sova player definitely will have an advantage going in Ascent. And it seems like that's what both of our teams are going to be opting for, which is no surprise to me. Cortago and Vicky's both hovering and potentially locking up that Sova. But this is where it
Or
gets
though,
interesting for
that is
me.
gonna be
The
quite
initiators.
quite surprising
Yeah.
on this next map. I hope that we would be able to go for more here with the way that things are turning around. They are all going for a KO, but this might be good for their side. So, with what happened, this is yeah, they're really going for the same lineups on both sides. So
Choose your agent.
Yeah, apologies, ladies and gents. We are having
if
a bit of
the overthinkers
technical
just need to make
difficulty right now.
would
Let's talk a
go.
little bit more about these lineups for both of our teams here, Dash, because we were talking about the Sova
Questions,
and the
as Tatum said.
initiators for
And
Ascent.
looking at how this is gonna work, everyone, it might be Luminosity's time to change this space because the momentum was already on the hands of.
Okay, here we go. We're finally. Apologies once more, ladies and gents, for the technical delay that we're having. It seems like Dash is experiencing some delay in his part, but no worries. We will get him back. And for now, I'll be joining you folks for this last game for starters. But again, I'd like to go back to my point earlier. The composition seems like we're going to be seeing a mirror matchup in our hands. As both teams have two initiators once more and two I would say defense agents, and that's the Killjoy and the Astra. Both of them up and running for both of our teams. And Dash, I think you're back here. Hello. Do speak up if you are here again.
Hey, there you
Ah,
go.
there
I'm
we go.
back. Yeah, yeah, that's great. That's great to be honest, though. So now we're back in the game, and I'm back in the game. So I hope everybody's ready for what's going to come. So let's see on what's gonna happen. Because with the 2K, look at how this is gonna work with Luminosity, making it quite different with this setup that they're going. They're going for a default though, compared to what's normal. But now, on the other hand, everybody's just being patient. They're scared on who's gonna be turning around here.
Yeah, let's see if Horizon actually is going to opt for another lurky game, I would say. But of course, this is not really a map where there's a lot of avenues to go for lurks. Well, there are some, but wouldn't be as opportunistic as it would in Haven, so to speak. But seems like he's not opting for that as of yet, playing it a little bit more safely with that Sheriff. Killa hears that noise being made. He will get spotted out by that owl drone. Backing off for now, but that signals the start of the push down B.
Okay, he's like being pushed. He's being pushed back. Killa can't even get in on anything though. He wasn't able to turn back, and that's gonna be the kill already onto the side. Luminosity playing it pretty fast. Won't be able to at least turn the gates around. But this is gonna be a good retake.
Let's see if Horizon will be able to pick up those frags that he's looking for, but with the positioning of Luminosity, this is not going to be easy. He's looking to be the first line of defense here. Hasn't picked up anything as of yet. Just jumping up and about. But Tango will be the one to punish him. Now down to a 2-on-3. ST has got to hold the line on his own, but XSplit will just shut it all down and secure the first round for Overthinker.
Yeah, putting him down to the graveyard. Escha made it super hard for the members of Overthinkers, but in the end, XSplit and Cartago just got 2 kills of their own. And now, it's going to be a turnaround. So, Luminosity gaining... I thought Luminosity would be gaining the advantage here, but it's a good thing that Overthinkers was able to get that one down. Really, as we said a while ago, it's still the momentum in their hands.
Absolutely, riding the momentum waves high from last game. But of course, it is a pistol round, a round where, you know, anything could potentially happen. This time, though, I'm pretty sure only one thing is gonna happen, and it's that Overthinker is gonna win it with the big firepower advantage that they have. Let's see if Luminosity can find a magic trick here. Horizon posted himself up once more in 3. This time, though, might be proving a little bit more effective. Spots them all out, but doesn't get the connect. And it's LS who actually picks up 2. So that's the upgrades going their way as well. This is looking like a good round for Luminosity.
Yeah, Luminosity taking 2 down. Overthinkers, even with Killa, he has been discovered already. They know they have the guns to work with, and now they have the gun upgrades. At least they were able to shut them down. And with the push happening, Generator has been taken. They have a lot of low HP members, but they don't have any way or rather space for themselves to be taking their place right here, or rather planting onto A side.
Members left for XSplit, or for Overthinker.
One
Spotted out
enemy
by
remaining.
Caro with just a classic, actually wins that 21, and the Thrifty has already made its way through with Vicky closing it all down. 1-1 Overthinker. If there's anything that could stop their momentum, that was it. Luminosity, they've got it in the bag. Gonna pick up the upgrades for themselves as well, and seems not true for Overthinker at all.
Yeah, honestly, that's a good play to catwalk. Just having 4 members with the classic right-clicking on every Spectre. I mean, that doesn't put a bullet hole on every part of your body. That's really that's really lucky of you. But they were able to get it. Luminosity turns things around and now forcing the members right here of Overthinkers to go for Nico. And for the push, look at Carol being super aggressive with the Spectres. Gets a 3K! And XSplit was at least able to get the Madman down.
What a play already for Caro, just off of that single play. Picked up 3. And of course, denies the upgrades as well from XSplit, which means that he wants to back off to his teammate. And this is the most they could get out of this if they play the buddy system. XSplit and Stizzy perhaps can get them the most damage that they possibly could garner up. But when you're up against 4 members, I'm not sure how much they can accomplish off of this, especially with how well the members of Luminosity has been performing so far, particularly Estia and Caro.
Scanning ahead, C.
Might be pulling on Uno reverse card here.
Yeah. Got the 0 points already. these would be slowing down on all of those
One enemy
utilities. But now they
remaining.
have one already. It's a headshot from Mesja. And with the last two members, this is probably an easy win for their side because that was an eagle anyway. Luminosity takes that one down on a 2-1.
Key thing to note there, though, is because Luminosity was able to win the round 2, that means that they might just be able to, they will be able to upgrade the guns this time, which means that there is no bonus for Overthinker. So this is the round where it could potentially turn for Overthinker if they play their cards right. They do have the Cosmic Divide up and running, and we've seen them play that to a T before. I'm hoping that they will play that again this time in this round. But they're actually opting to take things a little bit slowly.
Yeah, going for a slow push, going for everything that they can, but okay, Kara is now super low just because of that shock dart. Really unfortunate, but yeah, they can still make this work though. They have a lot of ultimates. They just don't need to lose Kara on this round because remember, he has the lockdown on his hand, so if he gets lost, he won't have that ultimate to put down. But XSplit, remember, he still has the Cosmic Device, so that's going to be an easy retake if ever they would be able to put that up.
Again, whoever pulls the trigger first on those big ults, the Cosmic Divide
Deploying
and the
drone.
lockdown, for sure have a huge deficit in the plant. That's like
Long.
A is the area of congestion for both these teams. That knife actually detects
Can't
4
use that.
members, so that gives them a clear picture of where Luminosity wants to hit, but they're going to lock down again.
Yeah, goes with the lockdown. They're still not going in because they know there's some members, still might be some members who are waiting for them here. They have the ultimate also with the knock command. Will they be able to get anything out of this with a
30 seconds
2K?
left.
Goes into the side. They were able to get one already. Big advantage. They used a lot of ultimates on the side of Luminosity, but look at this. Overthinkers, they're just playing this so well. They're very patient, waiting for all the ultimates to dissipate before they try to go in, but they're losing a lot of time. Would that be enough? Would they be able to get all the kills that they need? They have a lot of utilities. There comes the flash. Here comes the Cosmic Divide. They're going onto the side. Here comes the generator. Push onto the Luri.
One
They were
enemy
able to get
remaining.
2. The last one standing won't be able to survive, and that's a good push from Overthinkers.
What a post plan from Overthinkers. I said it, Dash. Whoever pulls the trigger first on those ults
Yeah.
will have a huge
Flawless.
deficit on the post plan. And Overthinker, they knew that. They knew just that. All they had to do was wait for the ults to dissipate and commence with the push. And when the first kill went through, the members of Luminosity just fell like dominoes. And no worry, because Luminosity, they will still have enough in the bank to secure the guns. This time around, though, no ults for either team. So again, another potential turning point for both of our teams.
Yeah, definitely. They were able to get it. Luminosity. Oh, this is kind of hard though. They're on an equal ego
Scanning ahead.
actually. If you take a look at it right now, so whoever wins this is still okay. They still have potential for guns. So can actually play around, make something work, try to do some experiments before they go for the push. But right now, it's quite of a big advantage for the members of what do you call this? Overthinkers. Yeah, they would have the ultimate Katago if they would be able to get at least 1 kill or maybe get the ultimate orb. So that is some point that they need to take over of.
Very patient from both of our teams, and Luminosity splitting things up. The Ryzen's been doing this strat over and over again with Stizzy. Luminosity, it's only a matter of time until they fall into this trap that they've been setting up the whole game.
Yeah.
This time, doesn't seem to be this round though,
Take
but
flight.
next round just might be it, as the members of Luminosity slowly inching forward down in the site. Gotta be careful though, because Overthinker, they're looking to make another post-plant siege.
Yeah. Going for the push onto the side. They were able to get the 0 point. They get the vision. At least, hey, no
30
someone's
seconds
there,
left.
not inside. They're just gonna be clearing it, but the Luri, what? He was able to get the 3K! And now that is gonna... Oh no, they won't be able to plant this, but at least Asher was able to shut him
player
down.
standing.
He was not gonna do what the Luri did a while ago, and that's great for Overthinkers. Carol, the last one standing, 13 seconds of the clock. He doesn't have a lot though. He goes for
10
the
seconds
push.
left.
Oh no, he's just gonna be saving this gun. But at least he would be able to take down Stizzy. That's a good point though. But that's a good win for Overthinkers.
Yeah, the Ryzen goes absolutely massive with that rifle. Picks up 3K without even paying for those kills. Finally gets traded out, but by then it was too late for Luminosity to recover. And that just means that this is a round where they have nothing. They have everything to lose, quite literally, because they have no ults and they have all the guns. They have everything invested in the guns that they have right now. This round is pivotal, to say the least, for Luminosity. And let's see how. I'm actually quite excited what Lorizon and Stizzy is gonna pull out here, because they've been doing the same strat, but this time Lorizon's on the off. Not going for the push, actually, instead will be backing off after being spotted out by that KO knife. But
Yeah.
it's the mid push from Luminosity, so the trap that was set in Cubby a while ago, it's not there anymore. Luminosity, they can capitalize on it.
Yeah, they could use that in their favor. The Overthinkers already has the Larry with the operator. So if he goes for a push, will be discovered. And now he's left alone right here onto Cubby. Would he be able to see anyone right here though? What a good headshot from Caro, denying the operator from coming in. The Hunter Spirit is coming down. They would be able to get the kill onto Stizzy. And they can get back the operator if they want to. So everyone's on mid. Nobody is looking at catwalks. At least they would be able to take that operator down.
Luminosity, though, they walk off
Revealing
of that
area.
one with one man less than Overthinker is. Looking on K, they're pushing down on A. I think he's getting toppled by the amount of utility that Overthinkers has, but Estia picks up Cortago, looks for and gets Killa as well. That's gonna reward them with the plan,
Spike
and the post plan
planted.
2-on-3.
Yeah, they have the null command. If they want to go for the push, they can still go for it. And they have a lot of stars to work with. So if ever,
You are
they can still make this work though. The Cosmic Divide would at least secure the round for Luminosity. But now Overthinkers are kind of thinking it. Would they want to go or would they not? The 0
One enemy
for two
remains.
members and Vickies goes for the flag and gets a 2K.
That round started off awkwardly for the members of Overthinkers, particularly when Lorizon fell in that encounter while holding the operator, and that was it. I mean, by the the one round that Lorizon and Stizzy did not set up in Cubby is the one round that Luminosity decide to push in just that area. And it just punished Overthinker big time. And this is one of the main differences that I'm noticing between these two teams. Luminosity, they adapt every single time, right? They immediately after each round, they change up their strategies. Meanwhile, Overthinker, they tend to stick to their strategies time and time again. But when they do not, that's when they get punished. And Luminosity, they were able to capitalize off of that in the last round. This time, though, they're the ones with the man deficit. But let's see if they're going to be able to bounce back.
Win a 2K, losing the best man in the team is really unfortunate, but SJ is still up though. Now they go for the push. Lowry was able to get 2K though, but at least Saveby was able to answer back with a trade of his own. And that's at least gonna be good, but still a man advantage for members right now of Overthinkers. Caro and Saveby. We're just trying to get some duels. If ever they would be able to get a kill, that could signal them for the push.
Here.
That's a big if here, Dash, because there's a decent amount of information for Overthinker to garner just to where the last two members of Luminosity are. I mean, and look at their positions as well. It's unfortunate for Luminosity that Killa is still up and running, meaning that he could hold B site all on his
One
own.
enemy
Doing
remains.
just that, picking them both up. Caro and Saveby gets their heads dinked away by Killa. That's Overthinker putting themselves up one ahead.
Too close for comfort on the members of Overthinkers. Naluri was able to get a lot of kills there onto mid link, but they were traded by Saveby. Now with this Luminosity, okay, they're slowly going on to a hellhole right here because they're losing all of their credits right now, which is kind of scary. Because this is the last time that they would be able to get any guns on their hands because they need to win because they don't have any credits anymore.
Horizon once more posted up in the very same spot he's been in for the last 7 rounds. That's every round of the game.
Yep.
And it's another mid push from Luminosity.
Oh,
Horizon's got no backup this time though. No Stizzy to help him out. And that's Caro, the first obstacle in his way. He's gonna win this fight. He gets the dash off to stay alive for now. That's info being given away as well. Nasty shot onto Estia. Both stay alive off of that.
Yeah, he was kind of scared. Estio was surprised, but it's a good thing he didn't die there. And that was a good headshot, to be honest. But now with that, they know that almost every member is on mid. And look at the positioning that they have right now. They're going for an aggressive push. Even Explit is here. He doesn't have any utilities to help him out. And he's going to get killed. And Caro gets it. And now they're going to be signaling the push onto A. Most of the members are already rotating. Nobody's in B. And this is going to be quite harsh. Dizzy's going with a flash. He was able to get 2K. And now Luminasity. Oh, this is a 3v3. Not going to be an easy one though.
With
Not
obscuring
easy
vision.
for either of these teams. All healthy.
One enemy remaining.
Opens it up.
Wow.
Algo closes it down. 5-3. Not a single response to those kills as LS falters. Now it's the eco for them for sure, Dash. And it's not a lot going for them, both in eco and momentum, because the last 2 rounds have been an Overthinker show. Next
Yeah.
one looking to be no different, especially with the firepower and the ults that they have.
Yeah. I mean, man, during the members of Overthinkers, Dizzy's flick though, he was able to get a 2K. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he's just gonna get 1. But because it was timed so right, they were able to get the kill there. And that just gave them all the advantage that they need. I thought that is going to be a Luminosity round. But look at that. Naluri was waiting for it, though. And now he might be able to get the kill. He got another shot onto Escha. Might get another one, though. Overthinker is getting all this advantage because Naluri is just being so aggressive. And now, because of that, they're going to be forced to back away.
Yeah, I talked about it earlier, Dash. Whenever Naluri or basically the entirety of Overthinker stick to their roots, it's when things tend to work for them, and it's just evidence of that is this round. Naluri just peeking that angle time and time again. Luminosity just not prepared for it this time. Just punishes them once more. This time Estia paying big time, getting that head of his decapitated.
Ooh.
There goes another winner 2K falls, courtesy of Lorizon himself.
Yeah. Going for it. That was nice. Caro getting the kill. I mean, Savai getting the kill onto Killa. Losing the lockdown if ever they would be able to get the push. But
30
what was
seconds
that?
left.
Exploit was able to get the kill on 1 though. And now with that, Savai and Vicky's are left alone with themselves. They don't have any utilities to work with anymore. Remember, they got the headshot and Naluri. That was kind of scary, but Vicky's finishes the job. But at least, that was a bit of the damage from the side of Luminosity. That was great.
Overthinker are slowly taking over. I mean, of course, it was the eco for Luminosity. So again, this time it's them back against the ropes, finally affording those guns and those ults. Look at the ult economy here, Dash. All of it is available for Luminosity, every single one, and 4 of those ultimates are absolutely massive. So they could actually opt for a rush here, and it could potentially be an easy one for them. But hey, if they invest everything and Overthinker shuts it all down, that's gonna be their mental destroy. But we'll have to wait and see what commences.
Yeah. Luminosity going with the all drone onto B.
You should
We
run.
weren't able to do this a while ago, but the lockdown would now at least signal that they're really going for this. That might be a bait. Nobody's still going in though. They're using a lot of the utilities. Because of this, that just means that they're really going to commit onto the site. One is going to get detained. Never mind. SJ's on the same place. And he's going to be clearing the site with a headshot right there. He might get more, but he's playing with fire and he needs to back away. They have the operator onto Naluri, but because they would be able to get the spike planted already, this is going to be good for the team. So now with that, they have a lot of things to work with. SJ's going to push it. He's going to get the kill with the shorty. And that's it. Luminosity gets the win. And wow, what a play. Use all the ultimates, and that was worth it.
Actually, they made that super proficient just investing the lockdown and the null command from winner 2K. Just enough to get them that tight control. On top of the single kill from Estia with a beautiful usage of the Blade Storm. Of course, there was a response from Stizzy with his own ulti, but by that time, it was just a little bit too late because Kara's already popped off with the frags. He got that Colat with 2 kills falling, basically at the cost of nothing. And that just was the downfall of Overthink right there. About time that LS took 1 for themselves. But remember, they invested a lot to get to this point, and this time they don't have a lot to invest. Still 2 big ults, so they might just do that once more. But it seems like they are playing this one for frags first.
Gets the discovery on winner 2K. This is really what they need though. They still have 2 ultimates. As you said, they only use 3. So they have saved by and also Vicky's. And the Blade Storm is already up. They have the Cosmic Divide onto A side. If they go for a push, they might be able to get the plant here. They just play it safe, but no Lururi. He's playing around. He's slowing it down. He does have the ultimate on his hands. He knows that they're going to be pushing onto A side. And there comes the shock dart. They would be able to get it. They don't have any vision. This is going to be great for the Lururi. He was able to get a 2-shot down. That was perfect for this side.
Horizon made that massive. Could have been bigger, but thankfully unless we're ready for it. There goes the trades. Hunter's Fury going down as well.
One
Still a
enemy
2-on-2. Doable for either side. Save by is there with the gravity well. Odin
Scanning ahead.
spam in response, but it's all down to Kotago on this 1 versus 2. Too much going on against him means that he will not be able to wing it. And Vicky closes it down, but Luminasity, they've invested so much
Last
in
round
that round.
in the half.
Yeah.
I would say they invested as much as they possibly could. But hey, they were able to secure that round, and it's one step closer to evening things out. This time, though, it's the ult's in favor of Overthinker.
Yeah, good plays from Overthinker again. A little bit to make it work. They had a lot of ultimates right there. And yeah, they are really closing it down though. We're down onto 6-6 again. This might
Stay safe.
be pretty scary. They have operators onto Estia, and they don't have a lot of guns. XSplit is on the Spectre, and also Killer with the Sheriff, so it's gonna be quite hard. They have the 0 point coming in, and they have vision on where or a lot of members that are on Catwalk.
Securing that orb on Karo, though, means that at least Luminosity have the lockdown to work with. STS yet to find anything with this operator. And it seems like the Horizons caught wind of it, not peeking that angle anytime soon down in 3. And Stizzy right up there with the backup, so any mid push might be shut down completely if they opt for it here for Luminosity. But they're not risking it as of yet. They've got no win hold where anyone as of yet is, and their cards right now.
Oh, that's a good takedown for the alarm bot. Now it's taken down in mid. Need to peek it out. They're gonna go for a mid push right here, but Estia. Okay, that's a good shot. CZ falls down, and now they don't have the 0 point anymore on their hands. That's quite a crucial skill that they have, though. But they're gonna push. Okay, they were able to hit the Ultron. So Krataga is just waiting for the right timing.
30 seconds left.
Earlier, the Odin spam, and he doesn't get anything off of it. And where 2K punishes Kratago for it. 5 versus 3, lockdown coming down as well, and that's gonna plant for sure. Not if Lorai's got something to say about it. But he's got nothing, nada. Zipped is his mouth, and the XSplit just finds one in response.
Seconds left.
Winner 2K pushing them
enemy
all out,
remaining.
flushing them out of his game. XSplit will be there for a response. There's already the 3K and the plant. Save by will be shutting him all out. 6-6 the scoreline going into the second half.
Yeah, what a good
Switching
win. Save by and
sides.
Big Keys just were able to get it. Now with that, that just makes it easier for them to get the win here. Unfortunate, but it's a good thing that the Luminosity is just making this play work on their end. They were able to get this on a 6-6 equalizer right now with a push that they did a while ago. They had a lot of ultimates, so now actually getting its advantage onto the attacker side is a really good win for Luminosity. Now they will have an easier time onto the defender side.
I mean, easier or just as hard as the last half? I'm not so sure about that one, Dash, but we're back to square one. Main difference is that both teams just switched up sides, but remember, this is a mirror comp. It could not get any closer than this one. And look at the guns, both 3 ghosts per team. I mean, it's just a mirror matchup and a half that we have in our hands.
Yeah.
But it seems like the Horizon is just pushing up, down, and cubbates the mid and A main push from the members of Overthinker so far. So if they commit to this, it might potentially be scary, because this is where the Killjoy and the Aster are both at. A lot of utility to work against.
Yeah, getting all the wins. They're pushing all they can, but now with the push onto Overthinkers, already onto the side, they even popped the alarm bot. 2K might just be able to see in the Luri, but they got the kill already. Look at the positioning of Caro. He was able to get a lot of kills of his own, and now he's just a fortress onto his fight, getting a 4K.
What a clean defense from Luminosity. Quick rotations as well. As soon as they heard the sound cues, Luminosity, zero hesitation, went in for the rotations, left B side up and open because they knew that A is where the hit is going to happen. Warded them big time. Almost a flawless round for them. And that just rewards them with the guns this time. I'm actually quite curious whether Overthinker is going to go for the forced buy here. It's not something that they opted for as of yet. Maybe it's what they need to do to catch Luminosity off guard.
Yeah, good half, honestly, timeout. And just because Luminosity was able to get a 4 consecutive round win, they really need this timeout. They need to think about what they're gonna do because that last one it was a great call, to be honest, for
Yeah.
Overthinkers to do this. But Luminosity, okay, they're just happy with this. They just still have a time to recuperate for themselves, and also they have some guns. So this is just gonna be easier for them. And Cairo a while ago, it was just hard. He was holding the classic and he just took them all down.
Mm-hmm. Free gun, by the way.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but it is. I think. Speaking of the classic, I think it's in a balanced spot. But I don't know if that's a controversial take or not at this point. What about you, Dash? What do you think?
yeah. All I can say is that it's okay because the right click has been nerfed quite well. So the right click has been kind of random. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's
Mm.
not. But sometimes it's just too good to be true. But it's a good thing that the long range is at least a bit inconsistent,
Yeah.
which is supposed to be the case because it's a free gun, remember?
Yeah. Definitely agree. But speaking of classics, it's all the members of Overthinkers have. But one thing that is unarguable about this gun, if used correctly, it's still potentially lethal. 2 dinks is all it takes, even if you are having the light shield. So
Enemy kill.
still a chance for the bounce back to come through. Estia just mowing them all
Spike down
down,
mid.
even getting the dinks with the Spectre. Looking to triple dip off of that, but it's Winner 2K who does get the 3rd frag in this game. Stizzy, there you go. Like we're
player
talking about,
standing.
it's gonna find one, but it's not gonna find another. It's all down to Horizon to find some more damage. No upgrade available, no spike control either, so he's just gonna fall on this one by save by. And LS pick up the 2-round advantage.
Good advantage for Luminosity, and as we said, Bender still has the advantage, especially for the first parts of the round, and also short range guns are just too strong on the scent, especially when you're holding those very cheesy angles that they did on the side of Luminosity. But now, Overthinkers can't even do
Placing
anything
sentry.
with this. They have the Vandals to work with. Would that actually work right now? Because so far, based on the positioning of Luminosity, they're just going to be capitalizing on the short range guns.
Here.
Absolutely. But again, we've seen both of these teams win those ecos before. See if this one is going to be different, or will
I
it
cannot use
pan
that.
out as it's supposed
Revealing
to?
area.
The Luminosity losing out, losing out in terms of manpower and firepower as the Winner 2K falls. The plan's actually not coming through as yet, but the push already on the way. Vicky, the only... Well, there's 2 members here in both houses. Estia picks up first, and they're looking to turn up with a bit of resistance. But
enemy
Stizzy
remains.
just shuts it all down to Karo. At least he's unaccounted for as of yet. Not a lot to work with here, but
Spike
might just be able
planted.
to pull this magic rabbit out of the hat.
Oh no, he's discovered. So now they know where he is. They're just gonna be repositioning, waiting for him to push through. But I think Cairo doesn't need to win this anyway. He just needs to please play it out and wait for someone to go, and that's gonna be a kill. And he will try to get one, but he wasn't able to. Not successful. That's a good win for Overthinkers. That was expected for them because it's their gun round, and now they have bank to work with.
8-7 still is the scoreline. And guns going all across the board. So Dash, I'm expecting this one to be no different from the rest of this best of 3. And you know what that is? That's gonna be a slow round for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at the point in the game where both teams have got a lot to lose. And neither one of them can take those risks. And whenever it comes down to just that situation, neither of them
I can't
actually
use that.
does risk it. They do from time to time, but it's a very rare occasion. But the tempo is where it's at, and just that, it's going to be turned up by the members of Overthinker. SD is quick to halt it though, as Horizon quickly falls off that push. Krotago is there for the response. Stizzy is
Spike
taking
down,
control of it
B.
as well, but speaking of controls, the site is not yet getting taken control of by the attackers. Krotago is still holding that
enemy remaining.
spike to his own. Will get taken care of by Luminosity, who has picked up the 2-round advantage once more. So if they just keep up with this sort of consistency and keep this 2-round advantage to themselves, they just it's easy sailing from here on out, but that's a big if.
Yeah, good play onto the side for Luminosity because they didn't let anyone get into the site itself. Even Boathouse was just really clear. And now with that just made it easier for them because if they waited to play it around, it would just push the members of Overthinkers away from B side overall because A side has been quite successful, but there's a lot of utility to stop there. So now, where they go? I think mid should be a good answer because look at that. Look at the members of Luminosity. They didn't even put anyone in mid.
Right here.
No one indeed, but the thing is Overthinker, they got no clue of that. But Estia goes ballistic with the blades as he picks up 2. He gets neutralized by Horizon, but by then, 2 of his members have already fallen, and Krotago retrieves the spike. Speaking of mid, they've already got it guarded.
Take flight.
Man advantage means that this push is going to be so hard for Overthinker.
Luri got the kill, got what they need, and now they're pushing onto B side. They have 8 members at least, and nobody's here to defend it. It's not a lot of utilities to work with, so the Luri is just going to be backing away. And with that vision from the Recon Ball, which was great. And they just go, oh, what was that? Headshot onto the Luri. Now he's 10 HP. He's just it's not gonna be as aggressive as he was a while ago. But at least he is in a great position if ever they go for that. He was able to get the headshot. Remember, they still have the ultimates to work with, even with the Hunter's Fury. Might be able to get 1 kill or maybe another. But no, he wasn't able to get anything. Oh, at least he was able to damage all the save by. He had the lockdown to work with, so with the shock flares coming into the side, might be able to get something. Also, the Blade Storm, the aggression from the Luri is just punished. And now with this Vicky's, look at this. Look at how they're positioning themselves. They're just taking them all down, and they still have last 1 member. And that is a good play from Luminosity. That's just taking them all down, but a lot of ultimates have been used.
Yeah, a bit of mishap there, I would say, from Krotago's side. Investing that Hunter's Fury a little bit early on. He must have missed out on the fact that Caro had the lockdown available. So if he just waited for the lockdown to come down first before using that Hunter's Fury, that round might have panned out a little bit differently for Overthinker. But that's just one of the obstacles that just stopped them from winning that round altogether. And Luminosity, they just put up so much pressure that Krotago just invested that ultimate a little bit early on, rewarding Luminosity big time. Operator in hands of Estia, so let's see if he's gonna pick up the first frag this time. But the members of Overthinker, they're steering clear of B main. They've sniffed it, Dash.
Yeah, they knew how to play on the B main, and they know that they've lost a lot of things just because of those pushes from B main. And with the operator onto Estia calling forth the storm, they won't be going. Oh, they're still going for it though. Killa has the confidence that he'll not be able to get this, but Caro gets a kill of his own. Ace side is not clear. They already have the call there. They're going for the rotations, but Caro's just killing everyone. You remember, Caro is a fortress on the Ace side, so don't even try to challenge him. And Luminosity is just sitting on a good man advantage.
See if that man advantage will be kept. Yes, it will. And it will be amplified by Estia. Another crispy shot from Stizzy, but at the cost of 4 of his teammates because he's the last man standing. Well, it is an eco after all. He's just looking for as much damage as he could garner up. But finds one more. This man is going crazy. He might just be able to
30
do
seconds
it.
left.
Might just be able to pull a miracle here, Stizzy. But there's too much going on against him, and there's an op closing in from behind.
Yeah.
See if he's gonna find any more out of this sheriff. Of course, Caro is the next one on the chopping block. Not making any noise whatsoever. All he has to do is wait, bide his
10
time.
seconds left.
3K for Caro, headshot easily secured.
Yeah.
That's 11-7 the scoreline.
Caro was just waiting patiently there for his braids to come into his trap, and he was able to get the kill. And that's a big advantage. 11-7 is the score. Gonna be quite hard to turn things around here, Jaden. So, looking at how this could turn around, I can see that the Cosmic Divide is up and also the lockdown, so they can use this if they want to take at least 1 round. But there's a lot of consecutive rounds already won by Luminosity. But considering that, though, they still don't have a lot of credits. If they lose this one, they might lose some guns on 1 or 2 members, but it's still doable for Luminosity.
Yeah.
But now, this is some round that Overthinkers needs to win. If they lose this, they might have no guns onto match point.
At least they have a lot of tools, a lot of ult status. Estia gets dinked. Backing off for now. At least he does have the kill, but still, that's Null Command being activated. Horizon dodging bullets left and right as he picks up save by. That opens up a site, but Hunter Fury is there for a response.
Oh no!
2K also gets a kill onto X-Split with just that molly. Estia has got something to say, chimes in as well with the single frag, and at least they will be able to get the plant off, but at the cost of two of their teammates falling. Disney picks up winner 2K. Karo looking for more kills under his belt. Krotako trades him out, and that just leaves him all alone as his teammates actually falls one by one. He's made it happen, Dash, and Krotako, he saves that round for Overthinker.
Saves the win right there. They canceled Luminosity from getting that. They got overconfident. They had the man advantage, but because they were able to defend themselves, Kartago was just what they need. The hero that they needed on the right time. And Luminosity, oh no, that was not what they expected. Now they lost a gun for Caro. With the ultimate, maybe the Cosmic Divide could be worked with. Remember, they only used one. They only used the Null Command during that round, and they were able to get the win. Remember, they still had the lockdown and the Cosmic Divide, so this is still doable for Overthinkers.
A lot of things are doable right now, but last round, we wouldn't. There's no way we could have called that Chicago would absolutely pop off with that collapse. So
Yeah.
anything could happen here, Dash. Anything at all. Seems like mid is free for the taking, though, as the members of Overthinker have taken control of it.
Yeah, got the mid. They haven't pushed this mid since like forever though. For Overthinkers. If they want to push it, maybe they would just get something out of it. Maybe that could change their face, because so far Luminosity
absolutely.
has been reading them like a book. So if ever they try to go for mid, that could be an answer. But they're going for the B side. At the 0 points, they would be canceling the utilities. That's going to be good. He wouldn't be able to get anything. The Cosmic Divide onto lockdown. Have a lot of space for themselves. They're trying to go for the push, but the Cosmic Divide won't be able to cancel him out. Mallory was just able to get the kills though. And that's going to be good for the team. They just pushed him back, but the 4v4 is still doable for both of our sides.
No, I would say that's quite unfortunate
Spike planted.
for Overthinker, because they invested so much only picking up a single frag off of it. That just makes this round doable for Luminosity, but not if their members fall one by one. At least he gets traded out. Saved by picks up two. Stizzy falls. Now a 3-on-2, and the lockdown actually committed by Karo. There goes Hunter's Fury in response, but at least now they can push. Winner 2K leading the charge. X-Split picks him up. Karo makes it into a 1 versus 2 as he's looking for that push, and he doesn't get the frag off. 1 HP on the save by me. Being clutched out by Krotako, who again turns up massive with the Vandal, picking up the 9-11 scoreline.
Wow, Krotako is that. Oh my, Krotako is just making this work again for the team. Whenever he's left alone, he's going to clutch it up for the team. And now, because of that, they don't have any guns on the side of Luminosity. With those clutches from Krotako, he's the rock that they're standing on right now. And so far, Luminosity has played it well though, but because they lost a lot of ultimates, because they tried to clutch it up, Caro, even the lockdown wasn't made work. That's just unfortunate for the side of Luminosity.
Unfortunate indeed. That post plant almost was as good as it can get on the post plant that you can have, considering that so many ultimates was committed early on by Overthinker.
Ooh, double headshot though.
Blocking sight.
That killer gets a beautiful double dink. And Karo with just the shorty is yet to find anything with this cheeky gun, but B site, or rather A site, has already been taken control of. Stizzy picks up save by. Here we go, Karo. This is the test right here. The shorty, he's just gonna dissipate on that with the Nebula smoke. Big Vicky and Winner 2K to their own devices, and just the sheriffs yet to find anything with it. So they just go.
Scanning ahead.
Right?
Last player standing.
Yeah, flawless going through for the side of Horizon and the gang. And again, that it's looking a lot like square one once more. Some timeout here is due, and there we go. Luminosity, they call for it. They've started off really strong on this attacking side. So many rounds that have been lost just breaking
Yeah.
their bank completely right now, and pressure is slowly mounting on them because they've wanted that match point for 4 rounds in a row now. Definitely can almost touch it, but they Overthinker just stopping them in their tracks completely. Luminosity, they've got to pull something out right now that they haven't shown us before. Otherwise, Overthinker they're just gonna take over once more.
Yeah, they took over for quite a bit there for Luminosity getting. What was that though? I'm kind of surprised that Luminosity is just taking all this L's against the members of Overthinkers because Kataga was able to clutch it up a lot, but because they have some bank to work with now, this might be a chance to change things up.
Yeah, absolutely. Luminosity. Their time is slowly running out. Their window is slowly closing. And this round, this dictates whether they win or lose this series essentially. Remember, ladies and gents, this is the semifinals. Whoever wins in this best of
Let's see
three
now.
is gonna have a chance of winning the grand prize on a Thursday. So it could not get any. The stakes could not be higher at this semifinal point for Luminosity. At least they got a little bit more firepower than the Overthinkers right now. Big ult to work with as well on that Cosmic Divide.
Shot that.
And they're playing this one a little bit more safely. No one's pushing from Luminosity. And Overthinker, they're respecting it.
Yeah, they're trying to go for pushes, and really quite unfortunate here for Stizzy, just waiting out for any aggression from the members right now. If ever they get something, that could be quite great, but how it's working, Luminosity just already rotated right now, but everybody's still waiting on the B. Got the play storm to work with. They're gonna be going for the push, and it's really two agents suppressed already. Luminosity was able to get one, but XSplit was able to answer back, and they have been stopped on their tracks. Would they go for the push? But Vicky's is burning right now. Nano Swarm comes in. Updraft won't be able to get any kills right now, but that is going to be the Nano Swarm getting the kill for themselves. They got the plant. A 3 versus 3 still possible to do.
Remember, there goes the Cosmic Divide from Save By, so that's gonna be huge, but Killa pushes it up against it. Karo wasn't expecting it. Thankfully, Winner 2K will be trading him out down to a 2-on-2. Beautiful flash, gets them both,
Wow.
but it's Save By who saves the round. He closes it out. And Luminosity, they're taking us into match point.
Yeah. Really surprising though. Wasn't really expecting them to win there by the skin of their teeth. Overthinkers used a
Match
lot
point.
for them to get the win. And now, Luminosity is able to answer back. Remember, it's a 10-12 on match point. Took a long while to get them here, but now they got it. Luminosity now just need to play it very smartly. But remember, Overthinkers has a lot of guns to work with, so you still really need to be careful because XSplit and Stizzy would have their ultimates in just a bit.
Oh no, Luminosity, look at their bank. Even though they won the last one, it's Saved by who is the only one. Actually, scratch that. They opted for no armor on Karo, instead going for the Vandal. So they really want to end this game right now, but they gotta be careful. First touch, it's of massive importance right now. Whoever gets it, especially Luminosity, if they get that first frag, that's gonna be huge for them. There goes the push happening. Here goes the null command initiating that site sig. Horizon's leading the charge, but Vicky and Safeby has picked up a frag each, but still the null command is in play. No utility to work for the defensive side here, particularly the Killjoy, which means he will be struggling against Horizon. And he will fall, leaving Estia all alone on this defense. Just the Spectre, he will be able to secure Killa. So now it's an enemy battle between the Jets Dash.
Yeah, the Jets, Storm, 1v1. This might be the last chance for them to get the win, but remember, SJ is super high in HP, but they already took it though. So it's taking a lot of time. Going for the push. Okay, he was able to hear it. They have the vision that they need. This might be a half. This is what they need. After comes in, they don't have the base Storm into the Luri. He was baiting it out. He's waiting for the chat. He has a lot of time though. If ever they go for the push, the right click wasn't able to get the hit. Remember, they both have Vandals. So if they go for this, they don't have the tailwind onto the Luri, so the push is just gonna happen. Look at the timing! They was able to get the 4K and the win right there. Wait. Use the Blade Storm. No way.
No.
No way.
No. Horizon must have misclicked it right there out of excitement, but hey, at least he's able to win that duel against the enemy Jet. And Luminosity, it's still not done for them. They can still prevent this from getting into overtime because remember that last round they force bought, which means that this time they have a little less money to work with, but at least they have two ults to work with. So again, it's looking a lot similar to the last game, and it's both teams just fighting tooth and nail to get to just the match point. But so far, Overthinker seems like they're just a little bit more consistent when it comes to the pressure points, and they're asserting dominance. X-Split at the ready with the Cosmic Divide. Again, first touch is where it's at. Whoever gets the first kill is gonna be massive, and Killa doesn't want to do just that. Karo responds. Both Jets are now out for the count. Upgrade is there as well, so a lot of firepower going in his hands. But B side is the area of war. Members of Overthinker, though, they're rethinking their strat. They're repositioning themselves down into their spawn. Might be going for reposition down into A.
Yeah, going for an A push. That'd be the answer that they need. I'm kind of leaning towards the push that they're going to be doing onto mid. They're all waiting for their chance to go for it. But with Luminosity also having 4 versus 4, it's kind of hard though. They have the lockdown and also the Hunter's Fury. If ever Killa puts down the lockdown onto B, they could have a reaction that they need. So this is
30
going to be
seconds left.
going in favor of Luminosity. But remember, Overthinkers, they can play this well, especially if they don't have a jet.
cannot
This
use
might be
that.
quite hard.
Lockdown activated by actually Killa. Karo has yet to respond with his own. They're waiting for the plan to come through. This is really, really smart for Luminosity, biding their time. So many agents
seconds left.
detected off of that. There goes the Hunter's Fury. If they just get the tag, might be enough to get the spike from getting planted, but no, it's the lockdown that's going to be in play right here. So now the members of
One
Overthinker, they
enemy
have to
remaining.
push this, but they're falling one by one, leaving Steezy all alone, and he will fall in the end. And Luminosity, they're the first team to get into the grand finals.
Wow, what a great play. What a great display of talent from Luminosity. That was, again,
Defenders
another
win.
13-11. That's like deja vu of game one. That was hard, but they were able to push through in the end. That was a good win. And I was kind of afraid during the whole time that Overthinkers just made it hard for Luminosity, though. And Overthinkers is just a great team. Remember, on Fracture, they just made it look easy. But in the end, Luminosity reigned supreme on this. And
Yeah, Luminosity definitely asserting their dominance, but don't get us wrong, that was no landslide by any means. It was a really, really close game. Each and every round was basically, it all came down to whoever got the first, whoever got the last kill, that is. And there were so many times where both teams could just have won it by just an inch, it seemed like. But at the end of the day, Luminosity just was able to close it all down by sheer will. Look at the graph right now. Look at the scoreboard. Horizon leading the combat score, and just Luminosity. It's just I would say better team fight was what won them this game.
yeah, they just made it work with how they play around, they move around, they weave during the fight. And it was quite important to do that for them. But in the end, it was kind of hard. It was kind of hard in the end, but Luminosity just made it work. And during the usage of the ultimate, I can say that both of these teams know how to use their ultimates pretty well.
Yeah.
But in the end, it was just came down to the gunplay. Overthinkers made it hard because there's a lot of members on their side that popped off during the right periods. It was supposed to be easy for Luminosity because they had a lot of rounds already. The Overthinkers, that was a great win. But again, grand finals, congratulations for Luminosity to be going onto the grand finals.
Yeah, that's it for our best of three for tonight, ladies and gents. But before we head off into the night with KJC Esports Updraft, I'd like to thank our sponsors, of course, Vertigear and Coda Shop. This event, of course, is co-organized as well by who is our co-organizer again, Dash?
Yeah, and again, the Cyberport, thank you very much for co-organizing this event, and also Vertigear official gaming chair, and also we'll be having a giveaway sponsored by Coda Shop. And everyone, that was it for our day. That was a really fun game. 3 games right now for Luminosity Esports versus the members of Overthinkers. That was a great win, but again, that was it for us. We're going to be having more Valorant action tomorrow. We have been your casters for today. I'm Dash, and I was here with Dayton. See you guys for more Valorant action tomorrow.
Yeah.